January 2nd, 2020.
In solidarity with the residents grieving the violence and tragedy that tried to bring their community to a halt. Tonight, behind closed doors, this church finishing the service that was tragically cut short on Sunday, remembering those lives they lost and honoring the brave who saved so many. Tonight, behind closed doors, this church finishing the service that was tragically cut short on Sunday.
This is not the Hoover Dam. So I'm going to take that back. The Hoover Dam isn't going to...
Quit your ums, Robin. The Eagles, when they're playing on Sunday in the fourth quarter with 5:55 remaining, being cut short as you see this missile flying into the stadium. That's being cut short of the game on Sunday.
It's like the false prophet orders. Oh, Clark's doing it for me. I gave the shipping containers away. I did all that work, spent the money, the hours, just everything. And then I sent them where the Lord told me to send them. So, yeah. This is kind of the same thing.
What is that up there?
Labor of love. And the message is clear. The bell's about to ring. I think that bell ringing is pretty much
That looks like
the Lord saying it's time.
It looks like two shipping containers
Time to get ready for
side by
the
side.
beginning of the end, I guess is a good way of saying it. Anyway, so I don't know exactly the way this
Also
goes,
looks like
but
a
I can
ship,
tell you
don't it?
this. The Vatican's a big snake, isn't it? Largest altar in the world is a big dead sheep, isn't it? It's male and female reproductive systems, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
It is. I've walked into Starbucks and had someone draw a picture of me with a dead sheep on the image they drew of me, which is the same as the largest altar in the world. A dead sheep. But I want you to understand the struggle, you know, that daily struggle to pick up your cross and follow Jesus is coming to an end. And they can have this planet, this thing they call their other Eden, they can have it. To pick up your cross and follow Jesus is coming to an end. And they can have this planet, this thing they call their other Eden, they can have it. It's theirs anyway. So remember, they're the original. Just like the Adidas commercial. Oh, the one where everyone's hanging upside down. Yep, they're the originals. So anyway, it's time for all that system to come to a burning end. The earth is reserved for fire. So anyway, it's time for all that system to come to a burning end. The earth is reserved for fire. So anyway, I'm checking in. I'm done with the building. I'm gonna go attach my little extender cord to the bell. And when the Lord tells me to ring that bell, I'm gonna ring that bell, and I'm gonna come running in here and do a video. And so I'll probably come running in here and say, guys, I'm just letting you know, I've gotten my confirmation. I'm going outside to ring a bell now.
I'd say he's gonna
And what does that mean?
hop on right around January 5th
The Lord told me to go. He'd tell me when to ring a bell.
in 3 days.
My name means Yahweh's giving a message that rings the
But of
bell.
course
Yeah, there's a
they have to still win this game back on this day here on the 27th.
Who knows? Maybe New York will get wiped out with the tidal wave. Maybe the Hoover Dam will go at the same time. Maybe, you know, that $100 bill thing will happen the moment I ring the bell. I don't know. But I know this. There's a bell hanging out there. And it is so supernatural, the bell and the message that came with the bell. I documented it. It's so supernatural. It can only mean one thing. So anyway, I'm checking in. I'm done with the building. I'm going to go attach my little extended cord to the bell. And when the Lord tells me to ring that bell, I'm going to ring that bell, and I'm going to come running in here and do a video. And so I'll probably come running in here and say, guys, I'm just letting you know, I've gotten my confirmation. I'm going outside to ring a bell now. That's probably the way to go. And what does that mean? Hell, I don't know. Everyone's like, the Lord told me to go, he'd tell me when to ring a bell. My name means Yahweh is given a message that rings the bell. Gathers the church. So when he tells me to go ring a bell, I'll go ring a bell. Who knows? Maybe New York will get wiped out with the tidal wave. Maybe the Hoover Dam will go at the same time. Maybe, that $100 bill thing will happen the moment I ring the bell. I don't know. But I know this. There's a bell hanging out there. And it is so supernatural, the bell and the message that came with the bell. I documented it. It's so supernatural. It can only mean one thing.
Victory.
Victory. For God's people.
Lincoln Financial Field and
And our victory was only through Christ. There's no
White
other
House.
except through Christ. That's it.
William Penn.
There's no other way. Just
Where's the
through
50? All right, click. Clapping. You know that thing on the back of a $100 bill? That would be the football game. There's William Penn. There's the Hoover Dam. 17th and JFK, the 50.
Iran. And it definitely seems like we are on the edge of something very explosive happening. And as always, I'll continue to follow these reports and bring you updates. But speaking of explosive, it is also being reported that North Korea will soon unveil a new strategic weapon. The report goes on to read that the North Korean leader declared that his country is no longer bound by its self-imposed moratorium on nuclear and intercontinental ballistic missile tests, while also warning of a new strategic weapon that he vowed to soon reveal to the world, stating that there is no ground for us to get unilaterally bound to the commitment any longer. Kim accused the administration of U.S. President Donald Trump of dragging its feet in nuclear negotiations, warning that the
Wait. You know, why does it always show the White House with smoke clouds above it? Don't they ever change their picture? I mean, it's a live one, too.
in nuclear negotiations, warning that
Republicans voice concern, question Democrats' civility. So let's dig right into these bills. And let's start with Senate Bill number 16, introduced by Dick Saslaw. A semi-automatic center-fire rifle that expels single or multiple projectiles by action of an Republicans voice concern, question Democrats' civility. So let's dig right into these bills. And let's start with Senate Bill number 16, introduced by Dick Saslaw. A semi-automatic center-fire rifle that expels single or multiple projectiles by action of an explosion of a combustible material with a fixed magazine capacity in excess of 10 rounds. This is Clause 1. Clause 2, a semi-automatic center-fire rifle, this is the legislation they're introducing, that expels single or multiple projectiles by action of an explosion of a combustible material that has the ability to accept a detachable magazine and has one of the following characteristics: a folding or telescoping stock, a pistol grip that protrudes conspicuously beneath the action of the rifle, a thumbhole stock, a second hand grip or a protruding grip that can be held by the non-trigger hand, a bayonet mount, a grenade launcher, a flare launcher, a silencer, a flash suppressor, a muzzle brake, a muzzle compensator, a threaded barrel capable of accepting a silencer, 1 through 7. Then it continues, Clause 3, a semi-automatic center-fire pistol that expels single or multiple projectiles by action of an explosion of a combustible material with a fixed magazine capacity in excess of 10 rounds. Now, What you need to understand about this legislation and what I just read to you is what they're basically talking about is all guns. Not Republicans voice concern, question Democrats' civility. So let's dig right into these bills. And let's start with Senate Bill number 16.
That would be the $100 bill.
Introduced by Dick Sazla.
It's really Dick's ass law.
A semi-automatic centerfire rifle that expels single or multiple projectiles by action of an explosion of a combustible material with a fixed magazine capacity in excess of 10 rounds. This is Clause 1. Clause 2, a semi-automatic centerfire rifle, this is the legislation they're introducing, that expels single or multiple projectiles by action of an explosion of a combustible material that has the ability to accept a detachable magazine and has one of the following characteristics: a folding or telescoping stock, a pistol grip that protrudes conspicuously beneath the action of the rifle, a thumbhole stock, a second hand grip or a protruding grip that can be held by the non-trigger hand,
11.
a bayonet mount, a grenade launcher, a flare launcher, a
Flash
silencer, a flash suppressor, a muzzle brake, a muzzle compensator,
And the
a
most
threaded
important
barrel
one,
capable of accepting a silencer.
silencer. Let's dig into these bills, shall we? Sure. This bill right here is a $50 bill. I know. It's the JFK building. I know. It's the identical building starting right there. It's 17th and it's JFK and it's a future bombing printed on the US currency. And then when you go to the $100 bill, well, the new one shows the levee being broke, because that's what the CLEC is talking about, the dam being unleashed, which is 17th and JFK in Philadelphia. And behind that, you have all those little $50 birds flying up, because there's a fire behind that where 17th and JFK is, because 4.1 miles behind that is the Eagles Stadium, the Lincoln Financial Field. And when you go 4.1 miles from Lincoln Financial Field to 17th JFK, you take Access Road. From after you click the link below, when the link below's up, you take Access Road to Broad Street, and you go straight up Broad Street, and you'll hit William Penn, 848. Be still, know that CLEC is God. And then you go around here to JFK at I'd say 9:03 a.m. Should be a bank robbery, I think that's what the skit is. And then that gets people away, or maybe that bank robbery happens first, and then it gets people out of the area, the William Penn, so they can CLEC can set up as Unabombers. So there's your 50. The 100 is a football stadium. So CLEC wants to do, who knows, he can go on a $100 bill. He can do that. He can go with the Hoover Dam exploding. He can go with New York with a tidal wave completely destroying all of New York City. And there's your $10 bill, which is the William Penn building, and the White House, the back of the 20. So there's all your bills that I've been digging into. And they all happen within 2 days. All 4 of them. It's 4, 3, 2, 1. There's your 4, there's your 3, there's your movie. And there's your 2, and there's your 1. So what's behind door number 4? Door number 4. I'm going to say what's behind door number 4 is a $100 bill. And what's behind that $100 bill is a boat, Noah's Ark, at the Eagles game. That scenario is scene number 4 to happen at the link. I'll say behind door number 4 is January 5th, 2020, Sunday, playoff game, Eagles, Seattle. And with 5:55 remaining,
it was tragically cut short on Sunday.
then, because you have 410 Access Road, which is the 4th, it's door number 4, which is actually the first event, but it's counting down 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the third event, I'm going to have to say that's going to be on Route 3 in Philadelphia, JFK Boulevard. It'll be on the very next day, which will be a Monday. There's only 2 available dates that I have. January 5th and 6th, or the one that I feel like it most likely is, but I'm being impatient. The 2-3 bypass being February 2nd, which is a Sunday, being cut short, the football game. And then Monday is 3-2-1. 4 is the Eagles game, football game, either the Super Bowl or click the link below. It's tough to say because they're both really close with, the Hard Rock Stadium. So 3 is going to be, it's like, how you take the cups and you mix it around, like which one's which. The 17th of JFK is behind one of these 3 doors. The William Penn building is behind one of those 3 doors. And the White House is behind one of those 3 doors. The 2 and the 3, I'm going to have to say between 2 and 3 is William Penn and JFK. That's narrowed down. So I'll go with number 1. Number 1 is the White House at 9:33 a.m. on Monday, January 6, 2020, or February 3rd. Because that would be the Super Bowl on the 2nd, and then the explosion at the football game, Super Bowl 2-2 2020, 2-2-2-2, and then the 2-3 bypass being the 3rd, which is Monday, completely destroying Philadelphia financially and everything, and then a 21-day period which takes you to Carefree Highway. See, that's the thing that's getting me there. It's not only is it. Let's just take a look at the calendar. Not only is it Sunday, the 2nd, 2-2-2-2. It's all about the 2s there. Not only is it the 2nd as a 2. But then it's the 3rd the next day. It only takes like 2 days to destroy all the, everything. So that would be 2-3. But starting here, this is the start of the 21-day period because that would bring you to the actual 2 and the 3 combined together. February 2-2-3, Carefree Highway. So there are the 2 choices that I have. But I got to pick one or the other, right? The 2 and the 3. So this one is at 5:55 remaining in the 4th quarter. Yeah, okay. So that's door 4. It's the 4th quarter. Oh, man, it could even be 4:44 left in the 4th quarter. Oh man, it could be it. Could be it. 17th and JFK. Here's what makes more sense to me, how they would do this by clearing the path, because nobody's dying anyway. You have a fictitious bank robbery at 17th and JFK at 8:48. You know how, like, as people walk in the bank and then some bank robber wants to go in behind them, and then that gets them all scared, and everybody runs away, and then they block off the street. And then at 9:03 a.m. is when the missile comes and hits William Penn. But when the click's telling you that, look, even they're doing it. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. Go away. When he's telling you, stay still, 8:48, stay still and know that I am God. I mean, doesn't that mean that there's going to be the second 9/11 happens at 8:48 too? But if there's like 7,000 people that are pronounced dead at the Eagles game, how can that not be considered a second 9/11? Does it have to be buildings? Does it have to be airplanes running into buildings? Is that what qualifies for the second 9/11? I think that's what it has to be that way, right? But it's going to be blamed on missiles. And I'm going to blame it on holographic images and bombs set up by Jonathan Vargo, the Unabomber. Which leads me to William Penn with 2. One of them's at 8:48 a.m. The other one's 15 minutes later at 9:03 a.m. And then 1/2 hour after that is the White House, door number 1. So there you go. There's your door number 1, 2, 3, and 4. He just wanted to make sure that he would show you the second 9/11. Not so much that it's on Wednesday. I'm letting go of it being just Wednesday because I think Monday makes more sense because he gets that call on Sunday to start. Here we are in the end zone at Lincoln Financial Field. As you leave Lincoln Financial Field, you go to Access Road. You go all the way up. You go around the little circle there, and you go to the left, and you got 800 feet to go. Old Corpus Christi Road, 50 miles an hour, 410 Access Road. From the Lincoln Financial Field, the 50-yard line, hop, skip, and a jump, go to Access Road, make a right. Hop, skip, Access Road, go up Broad Street, make your right. Keep going. .1 miles. The 17th and JFK. But first you got to go up and around. You go up and around to the right. And to the left, to 17th and JFK. You get your 4.1, 800, 8, Penn, 80000. It doesn't matter. It's all about the 8s, Tony 8s. And this is your $50 bill. There's your curve. Same exact windows. Where that levee is right there, and there's 2 stories up. I mean, it couldn't be any more identical. 2 stories up. Same rounded, curved windows. That's why he's showing you the 50-mile-per-hour zone also, because it's pointing towards the $50 bill, acting like it's the Hoover Dam, but it's really 17th and JFK, with the Eagles being blown up behind it. But it's also giving you the direction as well, to the left, where 17th and JFK is. Basically, connect the dots, 1, 2, 3. These are the 3 events in a row in Philly. The Lincoln Financial Field, William Penn building. William Penn is in the hand of Statue of Liberty, and the 17th and JFK, the bank, Chase Bank.
Obviously, this is very supernatural. There's no way to argue with it.
Not at all.
Do you really want me to? I framed the building up. I cleared the alley. I did all this work. Please confirm to me that I did what you wanted me to do. Message received. Confirmed it within 15 minutes.
15
Waiting
minutes?
for me in my post office box.
Interesting. On Monday, right?
Please tell me the end of the world has come. 5490, the end conclusion. I hope I got this all right. Then the Lord started conveying to me, I want you to put angels on those walls, but I wasn't sure of it. I kind of heard it, but I wasn't sure. Let's see, let me see. Okay, we're 2 hours. This is probably going to be 3 hours.
Let's go to 1 Corinthians 2. Okay, it's going to be 2 hours. Probably going to be 3 hours. Probably going to be a 2-3 bypass.
Hours, guys. I want to show you Revelation. This is going to blow your mind. So let's go to 1 Corinthians.
It's going to blow your mind.
Investments.com. Let them know that the Paul Begley, Pastor Paul Begley, tell him Paul Begley sent you. Okay? Hit the link below. Find out all about it at noblegoldinvestment.com. All right, here's what's going on. Now, if you study by below, but your money's safe for when you need it by investing in a gold IRA. Pick up the phone and call them at 877-646-5347. That's go to noblegoldinvestments.com. Let them know that the Paul Begley, Pastor Paul Begley, tell him Paul Begley sent you. Okay. Hit the link below. Find out all about it.
We know you do.
Get their money back. This will be happening more and more as things begin to implode. Where are your savings? Do you have to ask permission to get them back? No excuses. Precious metal returns are set to explode over the next few years. So get